Hey, it's Jordan, the Millionaire Millennial, and welcome back to the series on how to make money with SaaS. And if you haven't watched the past couple videos, go check those out because we talked about the things that you need to know before you build a SaaS, as well as how to pick a market, which is arguably one of the most important steps. So in this video, we're going to be talking about pre-marketing, something that you actually do before you build anything. Okay, so you can see the next one at the bottom there, we're going to talk about building. That's next time. But we need to make sure that our product is going to be good and it's going to be able to be sold. So this is why we have to pre-market the product. Now you're probably asking, but we haven't even made a product yet. Why would we do any sort of marketing? Why would we even do pre-marketing? Why would we do anything at all? Because we haven't built anything yet. But at this point, we have verified the market, right? We verified that our idea is good and we want to move forward with it. So what pre-marketing is, it's not too complicated. It's actually relatively simple to do, but it is a pretty crucial step, especially if you want to have a successful launch. So on day one, when you launch your product, you launch your software to the world, you want to actually have some customers probably. So pre-marketing helps you get there, helps you get traction the day that your product opens. So it's a pretty crucial step. Not as important as the last step, but it is pretty important if you want to have a successful launch day. So the thing with pre-marketing is you can go really, really hard on this, or you can kind of take it more relaxed. But at the very minimum, what you're gonna wanna do is set up a simple opt-in page and maybe a lead magnet, but definitely just a simple page. And you can set up a simple page, with ClickFunnels or lead pages or whatever. It doesn't really matter. You can build it yourself if you wanted to, or hire a freelancer, whatever you want to do. But you want to just have a simple web page that has an opt-in form and someone can give you their email so that they'll get notified whenever the software is available. And you want to start getting as many people as you can, getting as many emails as you possibly can into that opt-in form so that you can have a decent size amount of people so that when you launch, you can actually have a group of people that will want to come and buy your software on day one. Now, like I said, you can include a lead magnet. That's something that you give the person for free. So maybe it's something that they really want. So for example, if you wanted to make a software that, I'll just use the example that we have for Atlas, okay? So Atlas, we are a software that helps people find products to sell on Amazon. Our lead magnet that we give away for free is a guide on how to use a very specific tool called Keepa. And so it's basically how to ensure that your product is going to sell. All right, so that's the guide that we give away for free in exchange for people's emails. So you can create something like that really easily using a tool like Canva. Canva is something that I make a lot of guides in because it's really easy to use and also makes really nice looking guides or worksheets or posters or thumbnails or whatever you might want. But what you can do is use that tool, Canva, to make a lead magnet, right? And fill it with a lot of ideas, a lot of helpful information. You can give that away for free to get people interested in your software. So obviously the lead magnet should coincide with the same market that your software is going to serve. So you shouldn't make a lead magnet on how to knit in a bunch of knitting patterns if you're going to build a SaaS in the real estate industry. Okay, so make sure they coincide. Obviously, and that makes the most sense. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, you can actually start a blog, and that's something that I think is a really good idea because at least with Atlas, we focused a lot on SEO. And SEO, search engine optimization, takes a while to get going. It takes several months to actually get any sort of traction where you're getting free traffic. But if you started early, before you even start building the software, then by the time the software comes out, you already got readers coming to your blog. And you already have free traffic, you already have people that are interested in your software. Maybe you talk about it in some of the blog posts, coming soon, we got this software. So it's a really good idea to start a blog early, because the earlier you can start it at the beginning, then it's gonna be easier to have that existing traffic and that traction, and then you can push those people to the software if it fits their needs. So I want to give you one big kind of contemporary example of a company that spent a lot of money on pre-marketing, and that's Quibi. So Quibi is kind of relatively new right now, and it's a competitor to Netflix essentially and YouTube, where they're giving out little, bite-sized entertainment, but really, really high production quality. They have like big name actors and stuff. But the thing is, they raised, I believe, $1.75 billion. It's one of the most well-funded companies that I have ever seen before they had a single customer. They had 0 customers. They hadn't even finished the product yet. They hadn't launched the product, and they'd already raised $1.75 billion. So it's a little excessive if you ask me, but they did a really good job of pre-marketing. Okay, so they had a simple opt-in page with an email form. You put in your email and they said, you'll get notified the day Quibi comes out. And then as they progressed with building the software, they actually got a solid date, sometime in April. And when they launched it, they just sent out a massive email to everybody, right? And so tons of people came and got their software. Now, we'll see if Quibi ends up being massively successful or whatever, but that was a great example of how to do pre-marketing right. Now, obviously, you're not going to raise $1.75 billion. You might not have any money at all when you're building this. And that's why I think it's a really good idea to focus on free traffic, right? Content marketing, using a blog. You could even start a YouTube channel, right? I mean, look at me. So if you're going to go the free traffic route, so you don't have to pay for traffic, then you want to start building that out way before you actually start building the product, because then once the product's done, you've got a lot of customers that already want your service. So it's a good idea to start, any kind of SEO or any side of content marketing. Maybe you want to start a podcast. Just start pre-marketing and getting the idea of your product, your software, into the minds of the people that are in the market. Now, once you've kind of set up a lead page, opt-in page with a lead magnet, whatever it is that you want to do, start a blog. Once you've built that, then it's time to actually start building the software. And that's what we're going to be talking about in the next video. We're going to talk about actually building the SaaS. And again, no coding required, okay? So I'm not going to teach you how to code, because in reality, you don't necessarily need to learn how to code to build a SaaS. In fact, a lot of SaaS owners that I know don't know how to code at all. So keep that in mind. And again, in the next video, we're going to talk about actually building a SaaS. So I'll see you there.